What it do, everybody? So today I am so excited to be talking about what you guys can be doing to go ahead and make that woman want it. It works every single time, you guys. And she's gonna be like, okay, you know what? The pipe, that thing, maybe it's not a pipe, eggplant, I don't know. But whatever behind your pants, she's gonna be like, okay, you know what? It's time. It's time to see it. Time to try it. So, or try it again. You never know. So with that all being said, you guys, I'm really gonna tell you guys strategies, techniques that are not difficult. And maybe if it's difficult, just try it out. It'll work for you guys. And honestly, I think we can get started. But if you haven't already given this video a big thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's stop playing games. And y'all, most times a woman's not gonna just drop it and be like, okay, you know what, I'm ready to go, or I want it. No. A lot of times, just naturally, not even when it becomes this serious where you guys are becoming intimate, women are already defensive. Women are already like pushing you away. So if we know they like to play hard to get, you gotta play hard to get at all times with them, especially when it comes down to getting what is powerful, which is the kitty, as they say, right? You know how it goes. Kitty is power. Yeah. Okay, that's extra. So when you know she's gonna play hard to get, when you already know she might not even be interested, when you already know women, you know, just don't hand it out, not the first night type of thing, or just let's say she doesn't want to give it up, you have to make it challenging. Now, how you can go ahead and make it challenging is building suspense without even trying. Now, you're not trying because you're not really having to do much. These are basic things that guys haven't did, but women, you know, notice when other guys do it and they really like it, and it makes them just be like, okay, I'm really feeling you and I might be wanting to feel you a little bit more. But back to this building suspense and not making it obvious. This is where you guys will really figure out the best way that is going to work for you guys, because it's going to work into how clean you are, how fresh you are, how you like to dress, how you like your place to be. This is where we're getting to, right? So backtrack a bit. If you're dealing with this woman, she's going to play a little bit hard to get, or she's just not going to give it up to you. You have to make sure that you're showing that you don't even want it. Okay? So first, that's an offense, because why don't you? Right? A woman's going to be like, okay, well, it's here. And most times guys are set up simply by, it's here, let me go and hop on it. And so some guys are like, let me jump on that kitty. It's an opportunity, or I have to. But in all reality, a lot of women don't even want you guys to, but they just expect you to, right? That's all it is. So when you guys go ahead and not do that, that's where you have a woman think like, okay, well, hey, maybe he doesn't really want it. Or it could just be, you know what? Let me just give him some time. Maybe he's a little shy. And this actually really happens, right? So when we move forward, you play hard to get. You show her you don't want it. This means when you're around her, whether it's the club, the bedroom, the living room, however, you just give yourself that distance. Now, you're going to build suspense for so many different reasons and so many different ways, and you're just going to do it the whole entire time you were with her, or the whole entire time you're texting her. Building suspense means that you're showing her that it could get somewhere, but hey, is it really going to get there? So she has to get kind of sorry, I was going to say something else. But she got to get excited. She has to be like, okay, oh, this guy doesn't really want it. Well, watch when I throw this back. Watch when I throw this booty back. He's going to be loving it, or he's going to be wanting it. So a lot of times girls are driven by pride and ego, and that traps them sometimes. But in all reality, you know, a woman that went with it for some time, she's gonna want some. Or a woman that you hit up late at night that's under the influence, most likely, especially if you guys dealt with each other already, or maybe did in the past, it's gonna most likely happen. So it's about building suspense in different ways where you're making her want more, but she can't really get more. But once, and this is where guys ruin it, and that's why I said you have to make sure it's not so obvious, is once you show that you're really trying to get it, and now it'll be by, okay, you know what, coming on too strong, actually dressing way too fresh, or dressing set up just for that, trying way too much, right? So those are the things you change, and you will show her that, okay, you know what, you are going to work to get this piece, and that's what you want a woman to do. So when you're building suspense, let's say you guys are hanging out. You have the space, you're doing your thing. you're doing your thing by, okay, if she's giving you a conversation to talk about, something to actually, keep going on about, then you can go ahead and talk back and forth with her, right? But then that means when you're giving her that space, that suspense has to be built up. When she's not interacting the same way, if she's distancing herself and pulling herself back, you're doing the same. So you're only building suspense and not showing you're trying because you're going based on her energy. But in all reality, what you guys are really just doing is showing this girl that you're not thirsty. That's what women don't want you to show them, because they want you and they expect you to be thirsty for them. So obviously when you're thirsty for them, they have to not put no work in. They could just get you. So that's the part where, girls, just as you guys will say too, I don't want somebody that's easy, or I don't want to get it that easy. That's where that part will apply. So let's backtrack now. You're trying minimal, like very small. And this is why it works, because it's not obvious. It's not, oh, well, this guy really needs it, or he never got it before. So when you're barely trying, you're doing the basic things that guys are just failing to do. And that's taking care of themselves, taking care of their skin. You guys, this is obviously not a sponsored video, but hey, shout out to Tish, right? Get your skincare, get that 30%. Don't forget the free gift. But back to what I was saying, fellas. When you have that happen with that woman, and you're doing the basic things, it's just showing that this is a guy that has his life put together. He keeps himself put together, and that's interesting. Oh, he smells good. Oh, he takes care of himself. Think about the high value men, what they do, what they have to do to be that high value man, and what is required always to be in check. You're not going to find them looking bummy or so trashy, like at least have a haircut type of thing. You're not going to find him, doing these things that basic boys should know to do. Brush your teeth every day, twice a day type of thing. You should be, at least, right? Showering every day, those things, twice a thing. Like, everybody has their own different hygiene, but this is where it shows the most and what is most important, because you keep yourself together to who and how you value yourself. So when you're a high value man, and this is what women are attracted to, and this is why they'll instantly give it up to a guy that has a whole bunch of money but is a complete asshole, right? They will go ahead and do that now. And that's because those guys have it all put together. And those guys are not always easy to find. The money part is going to work, hands down. But to get her to just give it up, she also has to know and feel that that guy knows that if he doesn't get this, this kitty right here, she knows that, okay, well, he could go get better. And you know what? It might be better. Like, that's what she's going to feel. She's going to feel a doubt. She's going to feel like, well, hey, if he does go somewhere else, you know what? I got to give it up to him, because he's probably going to go get a girl that's basically looking better, or basically the girl that she should or could be, but she's just doing this little hard to get type of thing. So it might sound like it's not really, so as we say, sexual. It's really not. When you make it to become that, most girls most girls get turned off, because it's like, okay, we know what you're trying to do when you're showing that you're trying to do it. So you got to show something else. And when you show you care about yourself, you're investing to yourself, it makes that woman focus more on you. And that attraction has to come back to you, because you're bringing it back on you. What's happening a lot of times with guys that don't know how to build a suspense, this is simply by obviously taking care of yourself. But, oh, by the way, when I'm talking about taking care of yourself, I'm talking about like smelling good, spraying yourself, basic things, putting cologne on, putting an incense or a candle in the bedroom if you guys hang out, or having a air freshener. Those things, have it in your crib. Like, those are the basic things in your car. Those are the basic things that makes a woman more interested. She's gonna pay attention to everything, and everything has to end up leading her to want more. And that's where it gets to, okay, you know what, you're ready. But you see, the requirements might seem like it's so much. Well, I have to make 8 figures, 6 figures. Like, it might sound so crazy, but if you do the other basic stuff, don't worry too much about, okay, well, that last guy that she was with had this car, drove that, it won't even matter, because your focus is back on you. And this is where women, once again, will be like, okay, I need to get involved. I want to know more. And this is where you just build that suspense at the end and get to giving it up. So you really want to make it hard to get all the way. You want to drag it like a lot of women do, until she's feeling like, okay, well, hey, you know what? You don't give me no attention. Or, you know what? She's actually speaking more. these reactions that you'll get from women will tell you what you should do next. So sometimes when you're doing too much, right, maybe you're in the room or next to her and you're coming on too strong, those actions, and let's say this, you put a cologne that's way too strong, right, and you could put a nice golf shirt on, whatever, but maybe, you know, in the car you had a jacket in the back, it's not cold, but you know, it's an expensive jacket, you want to grab it and you want to show off. Like, those strategies can, you know, work sometimes for a woman that's money hungry and stuff like that and materialistic. But at the end, you much rather take the route of being less and doing less and being less, because it's going to be more with women for sure. So if we backtrack now, and you're dealing with just being with yourself, dealing with being about yourself, bring the attention to yourself. So you're basically making yourself look like the best version, and then you're putting her in a situation where the mood is set, and the mood is set because the air smells good, the candles are lit, like I was saying, or the incense. And the music thing, I would wait. I'm not even gonna get into that, but you see, some people have lights. Like, you could set the mood with the lights as well. That's all gonna build the suspense. And so now, to go ahead, so we can wrap up this video and say, when you get to the end after building suspense, that's actually where it's gonna matter the most. Because a lot of guys can maybe text a girl every 3 days, right? And she's gonna be like, okay, whatever. She probably does the same thing. But once that one day they link up after, you know, having this weird texting here and there type of thing, their suspense doesn't matter, because what they did was just show how much of a thirst ball they were this whole entire time, but they were just holding it back, and they did a great job or a good job doing it. So if you mess up that part where she comes back or she's ready to give it to you, it's done, because she now knows you're really a simp, or you just really want the thing. And honestly, obviously, like I said in the beginning, she's not obviously just gonna be like, here on a platter. So if we go back to you, when she comes back, or if she's about to give it up to you, you just be calm and chill. So most times when a guy ruins it is by getting excited. When she's really ready to give you the cookie, right, the kitty, whatever, you have to play it cool, okay? If she's, you know, getting comfortable, getting closer, okay, come throw it back, right? That's how it's gonna go now. But you have to get her to get to that point by not doing much, but doing the basics. Once you've done that, you can now spit the game, because she has to now give you more attention, or some sort of attention, to have you face her, you know, back to her, attention, right? So if it's all brought back to you because you're building suspense, you look good, you smell good, the mood is set, you guys are vibing, and now you waited, you weren't forcing it. You now then go ahead and just show her that, you know what, you're a chill guy. Laugh about things, joke, right? Make her feel comfortable. Those are the parts where it matters, like I was saying, at the end, when she's ready to give it up or she's about to. Because I'm telling you, you could get her to be ready, and she absolutely wants it, but because you came off too strong, got too excited at the end, she's like, okay, you know what? I actually have to be home by 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, really, Sydney, on a weekend, right? On Saturday night. Come on, even though she lives with mama, like, no. You know what I mean, though? So back to what I say, so we can finally wrap up. Fellas, play cool, be that chill guy. And when you bring your personality into it, it's going to be your charisma. It's going to be how, you know, quirky or weird you might be. But those are the things that she likes and she still comes back to. So ultimately, have confidence in yourself, and don't feel weird, or don't feel like, oh, I have to hold back. When she gives you the opportunity, it's just showing that, hey, I've been ready for it. But it's not that I was waiting for it, or I am waiting. So your actions, pay attention to how you react, or how much you're so quick to jump on it. Also, she might tease you. You have to be careful when she does that, because if it's undressing a little bit, zipping it down, you know, taking it apart, right? All of that. If it's even other things with her face, she might be making face expression. You don't even want to get started with what girls be doing with their, right? So if you have a woman playing these, you know, tongue action type of stuff and doing weird things that are showing you, maybe she's even looking up and down or giving you the eyes. When you have that going on, those are times where you don't react, you don't get too excited, but you just have to know that it's set up, she's testing you a bit, and you just have to pass. And then make sure you don't show at the end, once you got it, that, like I said, you've been waiting, You never want to be that guy, because some girls will really not be happy that they did that also, right? You don't want to. Last thing I'll say, because I don't have to elaborate on this, but once you do, let's say, actually get it, you know, you do want the experience to be good. You do want her to come back, or at least, you know, say it was good. So of course, do what you're doing, build that suspense, and be chill, cool, calm, collective. All right, give this video a huge thumbs up. Y'all let me know what types of videos you guys want to see, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.